Good Tuesday morning, everyone. Welcome back to Weather with Sim again. I hope you guys are all having a great day so far. And in today's weather forecast, we are continuing to watch Tropical Storm Francine as it will rapidly intensify to a Category 1 hurricane later today and could even intensify even more and get closer to Category 2 hurricane, which will be something to keep an eye on as it is going to be closer to warmer waters. We also got some other tropical waves that we're watching too as well out there by Africa, as you guys can see. So we definitely will be needing to be keeping an eye out for it. We are also going to be going over the impacts and all that stuff from Tropical Storm Francine, so make sure to stay tuned till the end so that way you guys know. But if you guys are new here to the YouTube channel, or if you haven't subscribed already, make sure to click that subscribe button down below. Like I said, I really do appreciate you guys subscribing to my YouTube channel. But if you will please continue subscribing to my YouTube channel and try to get me up to 500 subscribers before the end of this month, that would be awesome. So make sure to do that. But also don't forget to click that notification bell down below the video. That will definitely notify you if I do go live for Tropical Storm Francine, which I may. But I will probably go live for it as soon as it turns into a hurricane. So make sure to click that notification bell just in case I do go live. It just depends on what happens as soon as it does that. But from what we know so far, I may go live for it, like I said, if it does strengthen a lot. And then also don't forget to leave any comments, questions, or concerns down below. As long as it's respectful, feel free to leave it down below. But let's go ahead and now take a look at what we can expect. And like I said, we are continuing to be extremely concerned with Tropical Storm Francine, as you can see. So we will continue to be watching that system extremely closely, especially as it heads to the north. We also got two other waves over here near Africa that we're watching. These ones remain very uncertain, but these ones could very well head towards the Caribbean and maybe bring some impacts there, as this one kind of looks to make a turn out to the east and as well as the west. So we definitely got to be keeping an eye on it extremely closely as it does start making that turn to the west. Let's now go ahead and look at the cone of uncertainty. This is the track of Francine that we're expecting, and as you guys can see, we do expect it to become a hurricane. As of right now, it's just a tropical storm, but this will more than likely become a hurricane by the time we head into tonight, and then will likely even be a stronger hurricane by the time we head into Wednesday, and then by the time it reaches the Louisiana coast, that's where it does have the potential to rapidly intensify to maybe even a Category 2 hurricane. So we will continue to be watching that extremely closely by the time it does reaches the Louisiana coast. And as you guys can see, this red color that you see, that's already a hurricane warning in effect. So you guys in southern Louisiana need to be on high alert, okay? You guys need to be on high alert for the system. I'm hoping you guys know what to do, especially after historic Hurricane Katrina back in 2005, which was a pretty historic one that impacted southern Louisiana. So like I said, I'm hoping that you guys are prepared and ready for it, as this could likely bring Category 1 to even Category 2 landfall, like I said. So make sure to be on high alert for that. And then after it makes landfall in Louisiana, it will die down to a tropical storm, but we're kind of a little bit more concerned on what it will do as it heads north. The concern as it heads north is, will it make that turn to the east? We're not sure yet, but we will talk about that in just a moment though. Or this could, very well head to the north. We got agreement on both, and like I said, we will talk about that in just a moment. Let's now go ahead and look at what we can expect with the models. And as you guys can see, like I said, this is expected to either go up here to the north or make a turn out to the lower Ohio Valley. This could very well do either either one, but the thing that we probably got more agreement on is this pretty much heading right up to the north, as a lot of the models pretty much just show it going straight up to the north, like I said. So we gotta be keeping an eye out for that as we do head into these next few days. But this could very well make a turn towards the lower Ohio Valley, like I said. So I want you guys in Kentucky, Southern Indiana, Southern Ohio, Southern Illinois, all those areas, I need you guys to please be on high alert, especially if the system really does make a turn towards the lower Ohio Valley, as severe weather, severe storms, things like that are going to be possible with the system, and that's exactly why I need you guys to be on high alert for it, as this does continue to strengthen down the Louisiana coast. Now, let's look at another potential track, okay? As you guys can see, this one also shows it turning out to the east, especially before it heads into southern Illinois. So this one's actually a little bit different than what the models are showing. This shows it taking a turn a little bit earlier than what the models are showing, but still going to be very possible for the system to make a turn out to the east by the time it reaches southeast Missouri. And then another potential track that we have to watch for is maybe this making a turn to the east as it heads towards the St. Louis region. So we got to be keeping an eye out for that too as well. I think I agree on this one a little bit more, but we still are going to be keeping an eye on it just in case, as it does head towards these areas. Now, let's go ahead and look at the intensity, and as you guys can see, this is if we could see a category 2 hurricane, okay? And as you guys can see, most models are only showing category 1 hurricane, mid to high end category 1 hurricane strength. One of them does want to show it getting into low end category 2, but we don't really see much more models than just that one showing low in category 2 hurricane, and then as you can see, it will continue to die down pretty dramatically by the time we head into these next few days. So we definitely will continue to be watching it to see what it does up to the north as it does die down. Let's now go look at the severe weather threats. This is something we have to worry a lot about with Tropical Storm Francine. And for today, as you guys can see, there is a marginal risk for parts of southern Louisiana. It's a little bit hard to see, but you guys will probably see it though, and it's a little bit of green there across, New Orleans and farther south along the coast. And as you can see, no hail or wind threat across southern Louisiana, but there is a little green showing up indicating a 2% risk for some isolated tornadoes and even some brief spin up tornadoes. So we definitely will be needing to be watching southern Louisiana very closely, as a few storms may come off the hurricane and move onto the coast, potentially producing some water spouts as well. So you guys along the Louisiana coast, especially the southern part of it, need to be paying attention at least, and it's probably already good to start being on high alert already, as it does look to get worse. And I am right about that. It does look to get worse as we head into tomorrow, because as you guys can see, we now have a slight risk for severe thunderstorms across parts of southeast Louisiana into southern Mississippi, southern Alabama, and as well as a little bit there of the panhandle of Florida. And one of the main concerns looks to be tornadoes, okay? Tomorrow looks to be a greater tornado threat, unfortunately, for those areas in Louisiana, Mississippi, and Florida, and as well as Alabama, perhaps. And you guys could very well be getting, some stronger tornadoes, so some isolated strong tornadoes may be possible as we head into tomorrow, so make sure to be paying attention extremely closely as we head into tomorrow, because we could very well see some tornado activity with this system. Now, let's finally look at day 3, okay? Now, this one still remains a little bit uncertain because we're heading a few days out, but from what we know so far, severe weather does look to continue across parts of Alabama, heading into parts of eastern Mississippi, and as well as the panhandle of Florida. That could certainly extend a little bit farther to the north, so we will definitely need to be keeping an eye out for something like that to happen by the time we head into Thursday. But it doesn't really go any far out than day 3 for what the Storm Prediction Center has, so we're we're just gonna have to wait until, tomorrow to be able to see what we can expect a little bit far to the north, because it's not gonna be till Friday and Saturday where we start to see severe weather more towards the Midwest and as well as the Ohio Valley area. So we got to be keeping an eye on it, like I said, but we won't be able to see that till we head into tomorrow, because like I said, the Storm Prediction Center only does severe weather threats for 2 days away from now. Let's now go ahead and look at the potential rainfall totals. And as you guys can see, we do have a lot of widespread amounts between 4 to 6 inches across Louisiana, Mississippi, even some isolated areas possible of 4 to 6 inches farther north, even closer to the Memphis region. But the area that's expected to see the worst rainfall will pretty much be down here towards the New Orleans region. We could even be seeing anywhere from 8 to 12 inches of rainfall just south of Lafayette, Louisiana, pretty much along that central coast area in southern Louisiana. So you guys in southern Louisiana, like I said, need to be prepared. Also prepare for a lot of flash flooding too as well, which is going to be very possible. So make sure to do that while we are going to, continue to be keeping on it extremely closely. Areas farther to the north, though, however, we don't expect the worst amount of rainfall, but we will likely see anywhere from 4 to, even as much as 5 inches of rainfall in some areas. But it's mainly going to be anywhere from 2 to 4 inches of rainfall across these areas. So pretty much areas north of Mississippi is where we can expect anywhere from 2 to 4 inches widespread, but some isolated amounts of up to 5 inches may be possible, and that's why I pointed that out. Now, let's look at the greatest flood threat for the next 5 days, okay? This doesn't mean you're going to be seeing flooding for the next 5 days. We're talking in the next 5 days. And as you guys can see, we do expect a lot of flash flooding to occur across parts of southern Louisiana and as well as southern Mississippi, as we do have a moderate risk for flash flooding for those areas. That does extend, or the site risk rather, does extend well up to the north, where it does include parts of western Kentucky, southern Illinois, and as well as southeast Missouri, as you guys can see. So we definitely got to be keeping an eye out for flash flooding farther to the north, as that could very well impact and bring a lot of heavy rainfall to those areas farther north. So definitely be keeping an eye on it if you do live in Jackson, Little Rock, Memphis, and as well as Cape Girardeau, Missouri. Let's now go ahead and look at the storm surge forecast. And as you guys can see, we do expect there to be some pretty big storm surge across the extreme southern part of Louisiana, especially around the Lafayette region, which, like I said, Lafayette is pretty much in the central southern part of Louisiana, so pretty much around this area. I know that is, a different area that says on there, but Lafayette is pretty much located right here. So if you do live south of Lafayette, make sure to be aware of 5 to 10 feet of storm surge in those areas. Areas a little bit far to the east, still likely to see some pretty brutal storm surge of 4 to 7 feet. Same goes for southern Mississippi, 2 to 4 feet will also be possible, and same goes for extreme southern Alabama, anywhere from 1 to 3 feet of storm surge, and that will be the same issue pretty much along all coastal areas of Texas, potentially seeing up to 3 feet of storm surge there, and then pretty much on the border of Louisiana and as well as Texas, we could be seeing a little bit higher storm surge, anywhere from 3 to even as much as 5 feet. So we definitely will be keeping an eye on it. But thank you guys very much for watching. I hope you guys did enjoy today's weather forecast. Like I said, if you guys are new here to the YouTube channel, don't forget to go down below and click that subscribe button, because like I said, I am trying to get to 500 subscribers before fall. So make sure to do that if you haven't already. Don't forget to click that notification bell down below. I want you guys to do that because, it's very important to stay safe from these systems, as they could very well bring a lot of severe weather, heavy rainfall, flooding, all that stuff can be very concerning with these systems. And like I said, I want you guys to stay safe from it, so make sure to click that notification bell so that way you are notified whenever I do go live, so that you can stay safe. And then feel free to leave any questions, comments, or concerns down below, like I said, and make sure to also subscribe to my YouTube channel if you haven't already.